Okay, so I have a buddy of mine, okay, that uh, he was a little overweight, okay, and like I remember when we were in our 20s, like he was one of the like specimen of fitness, right? Like this was one of those guys that would do the parkour and like jump all over the place and like backflips and all. I mean, this guy's insane, right? He was like the a specimen of fitness, and then he gained a whole bunch of weight. He got married and just right, and but then he got a divorce and was like back, mindset shift, like need to get back in shape and lose all this weight and this, that, and the other. Okay. Um, and he is again back to it. And the other day we went and worked out at the gym and we did this. I don't know what you call it. You push this thing, you put a bunch of weights on it and you push it. I guess he's called it a sled, something like that. You push it and then you pull it. And listen, I normally go in the gym and I'm doing, some dumbbells and free weights and this, that, and the other. I'm doing a bunch of machines and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that freaking thing kicked my butt, man. I tell you what, I was like, oh, man. He was doing some workouts with me that was tearing me up. So you're saying that is a type 2 or something like that? What'd you say?
Yeah, so there's two different, like there's fast twitch, slow twitch, if people are more familiar with that. So the slow twitch stuff, like the weightlifting, the pushing, the pulling, the slow uphill type stuff, that's going to be more fat burning than it's going to be. So cardio, like doing high intensity cardio, lots of heartbeat, like the high rate, it's fantastic for the heart. It's a great way to burn off, steam, and really great for the mind. But if we're really focusing on the fat, then we gotta have to we dial it back a little bit, and we do the slower stuff that's uh more
High intense or whatever, what they
no,
call it?
it's actually lower intensity.
Oh,
It's just
really?
longer. So
Mm.
yeah, because your body, so fat produces more ATP, which is actually what the body runs on, but it produces it a little bit slower and it's more efficient. And so that's the problem. And so if you eat something right now, then you're going to use carbohydrates, because the glucose is going to come in. The other thing is that when you're doing something really hard and really fast, your blood is going to lose its sugar faster. And so it's going to then have to start borrowing glucose to function, because your blood can only run on glucose, but your muscles can run on fat or on glucose. And so if you're starting to do more slow stuff where your body can maintain the supply of blood sugar to the blood, it'll stay that fat burning mode a little bit longer.
So let's talk about testosterone for a minute. Okay. At what point, I know it plays a major part for both men and women, but tell me at what age should men be really looking at this thing? I'm 37. I did do the 10X health system, and they said that I don't need a testosterone replacement, but I could use a booster. So can you talk to me about that? Because it was a little concerning being 37. I feel that was a little early, but what is the age that people need to really start looking at their levels and things like that?
So I think you should look at your levels at all ages. Like I have a 10-year-old, yeah, I'm an 11-year-old and 9-year-old, and I'm monitoring their levels. I'm not going to give them anything, but I'm monitoring their levels right now. I see a lot of 20-year-olds who are low on their testosterone. So we need to start looking at testosterone as what it is. It is a fully 100% naturally produced hormone that if you don't have enough of, you're going to have problems. It is the healing hormone. Bone density, muscle mass. I use it to treat depression all the time. It's phenomenal. The community's been using testosterone to treat depression since 1935. It's one of the best things to treat it outside of exercise. And the exercise helps neurologically and it creates testosterone. But everybody needs to get it checked. It's very, very important. We have a lot of chemicals in our water, in our air, in our food that are suppressing it. Those are called endocrine disruptors. Atrazine's in a lot of the water. It's a big one. So there's a lot of things like that. So if it's not high enough, we need to raise it up. Now, the thing is that how old are you? Like if you're like, oh, I'm 37, I've got all my kids, I've had a vasectomy, I'm not having more kids, then testosterone is a great option for you. The injectable testosterone is my favorite. We want to hold you to about 1,000, make sure everything's kind of functioning for it. Women, the research shows about 150 to 250 is the best range for them. And the cool thing is that testosterone recipient specifically, is as close to the natural thing that your body produces that your body can just take it and reorganize it however it wants to. So if you start raising your testosterone, it can actually take that testosterone and convert it into estrogen. So women who have hot flashes, night sweats, vaginal dryness, they can just take testosterone and it will convert over into estrogen and it knocks out all those issues. So they take one thing and it balances everything. So that's sort of the big thing. So if we start seeing issues, I've had a lot of 30-year-old women coming after they've had kids and the whole deal. And stress is the number one thing that pushes testosterone down. High stress, low test, every time. So we start seeing that. We give these women the testosterone back. All sorts of great things happen. So their sex drive comes back. Their energy comes back. They start losing fat. So here's the other thing. Testosterone increases blood flow and nerve function to the genitalia. So men, it's a fantastic for men with erectile dysfunction because it'll really help that. But it also restores blood flow to the clitoris. And so now all of a sudden these women are having stronger, better, faster, easier orgasms, which means they're enjoying their sex more and so they're wanting to do it more often, which means the guy's having his sex more often. And this is one of those mental things. So when we start talking about love languages, like if you've not read the 5 Love Languages book, phenomenal book. Everybody should read this. It's really small.